Hello and welcome to the Bonneville character event story. She's a motorcycle doll tube warrior, melee, I think. And she doesn't look like very high-tech doll like duping that we recently received. Also, unfortunately, she got also released with the Steins Gate event, which is really long, so maybe she was a little bit overshadowed here. Yeah, let's figure out what it's her deal here. Part 1, Rumble, a heart beast in the darkness, and inscribed upon it is sincerity. Auto Oasis Plaza. While? Oh, she's already in the Oasis. Bonneville, are you listening? Yeah, I am. Bonneville stretches in the chilly night wind, absent-mindedly fending off the person on the other side of the line. If their irksome obstacle known as work wasn't in the way, this would be a prime evening for a ride. Who are you? Okay, that's another new doll that we don't know of. Is there like biker system here in Oasis? Man, I wanna go for a ride. If that's what you are thinking right now. Oh, could it be that our esteemed Lady Shell acquired the art of mind reading through the perusal of some dusty old tome? Anyone with eyes could see that your head is in the clouds. Seriously, I get that you are not interested in this assignment, but work is work. Take it seriously. But I am. Look, I have handed my report today, haven't I? Working on it. That's all for your report. You didn't even add a period. I'm working on it, and there have not been any noteworthy developments. Have you tried talking with the professor then? I did go looking for them, but... Excuse me, Professor? Prof, you're gonna cover for me. This is after me again because she caught wind of me having instant noodle. Professor, Nanaka is working on a new song. If you could give me some feedback on it, Nanaka would be very happy. Professor, you promised me that you would go with me to the launch sale of that new and limited model kit. If we don't leave now, they will run out. It's all well and good, but could you guys line up? Oh my god, Professor is busy. They are popular to an unbelievable degree. They are surrounded each and every day by all the Oasis agents, and even get a foot in the door. There's no way. That's not an excuse. I'm sure if you just waited a little bit, they will be more than happy to speak with you. Well, if there's one thing I hate most, is waiting. Bonneville, do you still love interacting with humans that much? Okay, I can't turn a blind eye, but the boss isn't as lenient as I am. If it splits out that this is your attitude while on an assignment, and that you head out in the middle of the night to just drive around, please don't tell the boss. Sangoma will absolutely embellish and blow it out of proportions, and I will be hit with a bunch of restrictions. Oh, great and generous Miss Shale, could you please perhaps not report this in exchange for a copy of Nora's new periodical? Ah, Nora's new? A little birdie told me it's a rarely seen romance piece called something along the lines of the Dominia professor is in love with me. Man, it was so popular that all of the pre-order were gone in an instant. Thanks goodness I got into the list early. Deal. Oh my god. Who are this new gang here in the Oasis? Getting a gripe before she forgets herself, Pearl turns around quickly, clearing her throat. I can help you to keep that quiet, but you have to take your work seriously. I have bailed you out on the report 3 days in a row. If tomorrow's the same, I can't make any guarantees, alright? Got it. Don't worry. The Guardian's catchphrase is always in my heart. For Arcadia. Wait, she's from Arcadia? Alright, if you say so. Nora's new publication. Don't you forget. I won't. Shell nods, moving to end the call. She suddenly thinks of something and pauses. Oh, right. I know you won't listen to me if I ask you to stop speeding around like you do, but at least be careful. Appreciate it, Missy. Don't you worry. Before Shell can launch into a lengthy, disgruntled tirade, Bonneville ends the call. Leaning against her beloved bike, she gently squeezes the rubber duck patched on its handlebars. Looks like no more slacking, huh? Let me think. How should I deal with the reports that due tomorrow? Man, what was the boss thinking? Sending me on an assignment like this, knowing that I'm not good at them. But I'm sure the boss has her own reasons. Maybe she even saw my complaints coming. Her. She refers to the boss from the arcade, I think. Bonneville sighs, looking into the cloudless night horizon. Resting her weight on her motorcycle, the star seems to urge her to leave the hardships of work behind. So surely it isn't unreasonable for me to go for another 2 laps, right? I am sure the boss won't mind. Bonneville mounts her motorcycle, revving up the engine. Its mechanical clamor shatters the stillness of the night. But Bonneville's agitated heart weighs down as the air begins to boil. As she wrangles the throttle and brings horsepower to yield, even the mellow evening wind becomes bone-chilling. A foreign road ahead to traverse all by her lonesome, with not a worry in the world. Faster, just a little faster. If only I could just keep accelerating like this. Rosefish? A supersonic figure returns to the Oasis Square. With a stylish, spinning half donut, Bonneville comes to a stop. Safe and sound, huh? I should feel satisfied now. But it just feels hollow, weird. Well, let's leave it at that for today. It will probably be down soon, huh? Someone's still awake here at the Oasis at this hour? Bonneville silence, her bike engine surreptitiously looking towards the light from a back alley. Chocolatery. Sounds like a sweet shop. Let's see who might be inside. Oh no, not again. We already have this. Professor? Only 1/3 of the chocolates are left to package. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. What is Professor up to? There should be some more time still until sunrise. I should rest a little. No, not just yet. I will have to arrange tomorrow's timetable too. Let's see. I have got Angela at 7, then Turing, Nashita. Antonidas not saying anything, but it's best to put aside some time. Why are there only 24 hours in a day? I sit down at the table, offhand-handedly grabbing a cup of water, trying to fend off the swelling dizziness with the frigidity of cold water. Professor? What are you doing? Nothing, I swear, I'm just out for a stroll because I couldn't sleep. Then these chocolates. Don't worry, I prepared those chocolates long ago. I'm not rushing them at the last moment or anything. I try to block the unfinished confectionaries behind me with my body. I turn around to be met with a golden pair of eyes brimming with mirth. This is the first time I have ever seen you this started, Professor. Seriously? It was you, Bonneville. You really gave me a scare. Think who it was, I let out a breath, wiping away the water on my face. So, who do you think I was? I'm struggling to think of any good options. You sure that I'm not someone you don't want to see? Let me guess. You have been up all night preparing chocolates for White Day return gifts. You got me. Wait, is this during the White Day event? If I were to send a photo of this to Arcadia? No. Come on now, I'm only joking. Bonneville gives me a pat on the shoulder, approaching the chocolates behind me with great interest. She picks up one, contemplating it. This portion is for Hubble, this is for Andina, and there's Linz, Hatsuchiris, Suyoi. You even set aside a portion for the Guardians. And all of this are custom made for their intended recipes? Of course, everyone gives out their chocolates with nothing but their most sincere wishes. How could I respond to that half-heartedly? It's just that inspiration often shows up in the process of making this, and the amount of work to be done just keeps increasing. Alright, since you are here already, as Bonneville looks at me in surprise, I dig through a pile of gift boxes, retrieving a red box bound with a golden ribbon. He even made one for Bonneville. This is for you, Bonneville. Happy White Day. For me? I have not been at the Oasis for long, and I have not been able to pin down what your preferences are. I hope you like it. Bonneville looks at the box, recognizing that the forcibly increasing lettering on it was indeed her name. She freezes on the spot for a moment. I didn't see that coming. I thought that the Oasis leader was another walking bore of a human, but I think I'm beginning to get why you are so popular. He takes the box, giving me a brilliant smile. Thank you, Professor. The first time I have ever seen chocolates on Valentine's. I will treasure this. I would be happier if you enjoyed the chocolates rather than treasuring the packaging. I'm confident. How could I just take apart this lovely packaging? Bonneville beams at the myriad of chocolates in front of her, blinking at me. Well, I see there are still some unpacked chocolates. Could it be that you are not done, Professor, yet? About that. As reality hits me again, I feel an oncoming migraine. About a third is left. There are about 4 hours until the sunrise, I think. If you don't hurry up, the other doll will find out. I suppose there's the risk of that. I should use what time I have. I begin to stand up, but darkness tries to overtake me, and the only thing that stops me from falling is the table in front of me. Not the dizziness, I have PTSD from Steingate's event. Hey, you alright? I'm alright. Just a bit dizzy. I will be fine in a bit. How long has it been since you rested? You have at least slept in the past few days, right? Yeah, just not a whole lot. 1 or 2 hours a day at most. Oh my god. Professor's a beast. Whoa. Work is this intense at the Oasis? I usually get a full 6 hours, but with the return gift on top of daily work, I can only take time out of the rest to make chocolates. You really are pushing it. Guess it can't be helped. Bonneville grips my shoulders, pressing me back into my chair. You go rest for a bit. I will do the rest for you. Huh? This isn't my line of work, but it's not like I can't do meticulous work. Just tell me what to do. It will be done faster this way, no? If it goes smoothly, you might even be able to sleep for a little. You only got here recently, but here I am, making you stay up late to help me with chocolates. What an embarrassment. No need for the pleasantries. You will need to rest while you can. To meet with everyone tomorrow, right? Your time is precious after all. So you heard that bit too. I took your chocolates after all. I will let you this pair of hands for now as repayment. Let's see. This portion is for ice. Tell me, what should I do? The tone demands a response, but instills a sense of security. Go for the packaging paper with the movie poster print. Yeah, that one. Thank you, Bonneville. Okay. Looks like another white day. I think we got one white day event already. But yeah, Bonneville was not there. I'm also not sure how to call her. Bonneville, Bonneville. Yeah, let's. Maybe we will get even the picture that we also got for the white date. The past event from it. Let's see what's next. Okay, stage 2 prop. The bomb vehicle, implying the person who wrote it once tried to break their limits. A few days later, out the Oasis Plaza. Looks like we are finished with the chocolate. I have collated circumstances and feedback into a report. Please, have a look. Good work, Arcadia. It's about time for a lunch break. So, you go rest. I will be off for lunch as well. Of course, Professor. But, will you really be okay by yourself? The scholar hesitated for a moment, then glanced back and asked again. What exactly do you think Miss Bonneville is doing? From what I can see, she seems to be telling me. I follow Persicaria aside, looking at the red-headed figure not far away. She stands some dozen paces away, yarning as she spins the end of her hair around her finger like a yard. As our eyes meet, she doesn't fail to wave her hair in greeting, apparently not wanting to either approach or leave. No self-concealment or keeping of distance. I can't say I haven't ever seen anyone tail someone like this before. She has been like this the entire morning. It has not gotten in the way of work, so I have just let her be. Though I do happen to have some free time, we ought to receive our guest from the guardians properly. And my car, strolling towards the person behind me. Good midday, Bonneville. Ah, Professor, what a coincidence seeing you here. Coincidence indeed. Bonneville, may I ask you what exactly you are doing? What I am doing? That should be obvious, no? I'm following you, of course. Oh no. This is... Don't say me you have the same character as Delancey. I mean, you have definitely the same character. Never mind. And why are you doing this? It's the first time I have ever seen a human as interesting as you, Professor. It's only natural that I would wanna to observe a little. Oh my god, this is giving me Delancey vibes. She lets go of her hair strands around her finger, leaning forward and inspecting me from head to toe. Well, have you derived any conclusions? You seem fine both in spirit and body. Looks like all the efforts you put into White Day didn't go to waste. I still have to thank you for that. Let me treat you to a lunch, as a show of gratitude. I helped you in the first place, as thanks of the chocolates. Now you're going to offer thanks to my thanks? And it will go on and on. I don't think I mind that. What do you want to eat? If you put it in that way, I will leave the food up to you. As for drinks, though, it has to be canned rot beer. Your taste is certainly unique. Seeing as rot beer is at least not alcoholic, that should be alright. I didn't think the Oasis actually had rot beer. I could not find any in a day of looking. I will prepare it for you. Shall we go? I begin to walk towards our destination, but I find Bonneville press closer and closer to my face, and a serious expression on her face. What is it? Oh my god, we are on the date with Bonneville? Dang, the professor is way too scrupulous during the day. I can't find a single vulnerability. I will have to side up. for a night shift. Bonnevile's serious countenance is so close to my face that I can't help but break into laughter. When I'm working at night, you're out driving about somewhere, right? Whoa, the professor gasped. A secret of mine. Looks like I will have to redouble my efforts. Alright, let's see if I can find a weakness while we eat. Bonneville quickly switches up her demeanor as she stretches while I'm watch on, not knowing whether to laugh or lament. Oh yeah, should we call Miss Shell along? You two came here together after all. I happened to invite her out this afternoon as well. Miss Shell, she looks interesting, Miss Shell, to be honest. Also, yeah, I'm looking towards those dolls here. Nah. She's got some stuff to do still. Michelle certainly seems busy. She's juggling, communicating, engineering concepts with Croque and managing logistics with Centauracy. Are you implying that I'm no busy, Professor? I will have you know that. Not true at all, okay? Alright. Then the ever busy Miss Bonneville. Let's go. Let's go! Time for some raw beer. The Oasis restaurant. Bonneville hums a tune with levity as she stands a fifth piece of steak into her mouth. Man, the cooking here is really something else. As long as you like it. How is life at the Oasis been treating you, Bonneville? Not bad. All things considered. I think I am more or less happy with everything apart from having to scrap a few bikes. I'm surprised though. You haven't told anyone about my identity else. No, I would not want you or Cher to get any special treatment. And if you get slapped with any restrictions, you won't be able to go for a drive whatever you wanted, right? Professor knows everything. Obvious. The redhead whistles in recognition. Not bad at all, Professor. You keep raising my opinion of ya. I do quite like this place off the road. The horrid roads in the other sectors are like off-road cross-country nightmares in comparison. Sailing down a smooth road does do a good job of easing the mind. Oh, Professor, you truly are after my own heart. Huh? Bonneville springs to her feet, her eyes burning and inescapable. The feeling of the wind in your face as you go faster and faster beyond the limit. Addicting, isn't it? I'm sure you have taken notice of my bike. With the mods done on it, it's got both the speed and the feel. Wanna give it a spin, Professor? I still have some work to do later. Next time for sure. To speak of it, I do have a piece of news that might interest you as a racing doll. I catch a glimpse of the reality that lies underneath Bonneville's disguise. It was for but a moment, but a touch of melancholy flashes across Bonneville's face as she hears the word racing. It is soon covered up by her usual smiling countenance. She straightens up, returning to her chair. What other good news do you have for me, Professor? Croque made some new conclusions from her research on power system. Chances are it will make your bike even faster. Sounds good. I will go visit the engineer depth when I have time. Thanks, Prof. She finished her root beer, stretching in her chair. Ah, that hits the spot. Let's head out after a bit. Bonneville? There's something you're holding back. Please share it with me if you feel comfortable. I might be able to offer some assistance. Well, nothing escapes the professor. Sharp to a terrifying degree. She avoids my eyes. Hands on her chin and deep in thought. She still holds a fork in her hand, fingering with it. That's exactly why I have to watch my words like so when I'm with you, Professor. What? I'm saying, if I poured it all out to you right now, you would come to know all about my past just like that. That doesn't seem fair. Bonneville gestures with her fork, drawing the shape of a circle in the air. Alright, how about it? If you are really so interested, then go around and ask about it yourself, Is this some sort of test for me? Is it really a test for you, Professor? Let's just call it a entry, a little game. I will give it my all. I look forward to seeing you next, then. It was a lovely meal. Thank you for the treat. She puts her cutlery back in the place, waving at me as she steps outside. The sound of tires against the pavement and a road agent aside, I look in the sound's direction and see a blazing head of hair waving in the air like a standard, its owner speeding away into the horizon. The Oasis Cafe. According to her records, when she signed up with Project NeuroCloud, she claimed the NVSBK title 4 times in a row, a formidable competitor to say the least. But after her last outing, she left her team and never stepped foot into the competitive scene again. And these last event records are far too abnormal. Someone must have tampered with it behind the scenes. What exactly happened? Oh, that's the lady that I'm actually kind of looking into. It looks good. This is our Miss we will find out right now. Professor? Oh, Shell. It's not quite the time we agreed on yet. You are here early. Force of habit. As for you, Professor, you are even earlier than me. I was looking for somewhere quiet to sort out my thoughts. You didn't even notice me to come in. Something tough on your mind? Oh, could it be something related to love? Since White Day just passed? Oh wait, she is into this kind of stuff, right? Oh my god, this is like... We have to... This is so funny. But what is with your arm, man? I don't have any personal experience with that, but I have read a lot of novels about it. Maybe I can help out. It's not anything related to that, but I do need you to help me out. Shai looks at the clock on the wall, mulling it over for a bit. Well, we have 20 minutes until our pre-agreement time, and I did get you for an extra half hour just in case. I thought we should have the time. Tell me, what do you need help with? It's about Bonneville. I summarized my interaction with Bonneville in the past few days, as well as my worries about her affairs. Ah, so that's how it is. Seriously, Bonneville, following you and then making you treat her to food. It has not gotten in the way of your work, hasn't it? Don't worry, don't worry. I quite like how straightforward she is, really. Her reaction to the word racing should be related to her path, I think. Does that give you any ideas? Bonneville never really tried to avoid talking about her past with us, but when those topics came up, there's always this thing of self-deprecation and resentment. I think the reason that she has told you to find out yourself instead of simply telling you is that she's hoping she can get some sort of different answer from you. If that's what she's thinking? It's merely a conjecture, nothing more than that. But I think I agree with her assessment that you can help her move on. Shell takes off a sip of her coffee, drinking away the fog of the past. That was the last time she attended NVSPK, the Premier World Motorcycle Championship. The Oasis outskirts. Bonneville zips along the road. Usually, the rhythmic pull of the agent would lead her spirit, but today a knot of worry tightened in her chest, refusing to lose its grip. Racing doll. Been some time since anyone called me that. I can still chase speed all I want, but the doll who once shared that passion and saw me as a rival are no longer here. So why do I still ride? She gradually slows down, stopping by the roadside. Not a soul in the environment. A stream quietly flows by the way. The sky merged with the road in the distance. The path ahead extends realm unknown. So there are rivers in the cloud too, just like that day. She steps toward the river, almost by instinct, seemingly returning to the past as she gazes at her reflection in the water. Returning to a time when she was still number 42. Wait. 42? Isn't like the lab 42 too? What is up with this number? Number 42. I think it's her racing number, but man, there's so much about this number, like lab 42 and stuff. I'm asking myself now if she has some connection. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. My prediction for this whole event will be that it's much shorter, and maybe it will be only 2 episodes, not sure. Yeah, this episode is to the end, and I thank you for watching and listening. I wish you a good day, night, afternoon, and see you in the episode 2, or part 2.